Greetings and welcome back to my channel where I read 1800s newspapers. Today's newspaper is from Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon is located at the confluence of the Columbia River and the Willamette River. Because it was a port town, many ships went through: freighters, passenger liners, mail ships, and tugboats. Many Portland men worked at the docks. Today's issue is May 13th, 1879. To find out whether a garden has been planted or not, an exchange gives the following rule. If one forgets whether beds are planted or not, a good way to tell is to turn a stray cat into the garden. If the beds are planted, the cats will proceed to race around and dig into them and act as if it had relatives in China it was anxious to get at. While, if they are not, it will sit down calmly in the path and seems to be meditating on the progress of missionary work in Africa. A cat's instinct seldom deceives in this matter. Genius is the ingenious rogue. A poultry speculator in Warren County, Pennsylvania, buys chickens in the country and writes out a receipt for the farmers to sign. The point of his pencil inevitably breaks off just before the signature is reached, and he produces a fountain pen from his pocket. The body of the receipt is written in pencil and the farmer's name in ink. When the speculator goes to town, he erases all the pencil marks and writes out in ink a promissory note for $100 or $150 and has it discounted by a bank. The treasurer of Fulton County, Pennsylvania, recently owned a sawmill, but when he went to look for it a few days ago, it was missing. The mill, saws, wrenches, dogs, crowbars, logs, and the whole concern had been carried off by thieves. Being a man who believes in making the best out of every evil to which he may be exposed, he is now thankful that the water power was left behind. Rare and beautiful. Mr. Edward R. Hill, the artist, has recently finished a number of pictures, among them a large view of Mount Rainier from New Tacoma. Among the other pictures on exhibition at his studio are views of Mount Hood from the mouth of the Willamette, study of rocks on a California hillside, Multnomah Falls, and others interesting and beautiful. Mr. Hill cordially invites the public to examine these pictures and his studio in Gilson's building at the corner of First and Ash Streets, and is open every afternoon for the reception of callers. More Indian troubles. Reported difficulty between whites and Indians. A party of horse thieves arrested by white men. Mud Creek, Walla Walla County, April 30th, 1879. General Forsyth, commanding Fort Walla Walla. Dear Sir, today an Indian, direct from near Wenatchee, or in the neighborhood of where trouble has recently taken place between some white men and Indians, reports as follows. 3 white men arrested 3 horse thieves. When the father of one of the arrested Indians heard of the arrest, he remarked that he loved his son and would follow and go to jail with him, and he started out with 2 others. When the whites perceived the 3 coming, they of course supposed they were coming to rescue the prisoners and made ready for them. The prisoners, being of the same impression, started to run, when one of the white men got a hold of one of the men. 2 shots were fired by one of the white men. By the time the shooting was stopped, 3 Indians were killed and 1 was wounded. One of the killed was the father. None of the Indians were armed. Mark Twain is in Paris writing another funny book while living in strict retirement. Oliver Wendell Holmes once declared that he didn't dare to write as funny as he could, but Mark Twain is said to be doing his best this time. Married at Boone's Ferry, May 8th. Frank B. Jolly to Miss Lily A. Short. May 8th, by Reverend J.R. Thompson, Edward F. Kubel of the U.S. Signal Service, to Miss Clara V., daughter of E.A. Sight, Esquire, of Steilacoom. New today. An experienced clerk who is idle wants employment for his board. Furnished rooms wanted by a gentleman in a small private family. Address H, this office. Wanted. A good woman wants housework. Address MJPO Box 197 City. Wanted. A situation to do all kinds of housework by a girl with good references. Call at the Women's Home, 106 Columbia Street. $200 reward. Escaped from the Oregon Penitentiary on the night of May 6, 1879, William Hicks, or John William Hicks, 26 years of age, 5 feet 8 inches high, hair black, eyes dark blue, wears number 9 shoes, scar on lower lip, old sore on right leg. Weight about 175 pounds. Enoch Baker, or E.O. Baker, 28 years of age, 5 feet 7.5 inches high, slightly built, scar on right jaw, wears number 7 shoes, weighs 150 pounds. The above reward will be paid for the arrest or $100 for the rest of either. W.P. Miller, Warden, Oregon Penitentiary. The proposed national gift. Paris, May 10th. The Minister of the Interior has authorized Senator Martin, Vice President of the Committee of the Franco-American Union, to organize a lottery of 300,000 1-franc tickets to raise a fund for the completion of the Statue of Liberty, which will be presented to the United States of America.